Oh man, the cream rises to the top, and we have the champ in the house. Oh yeah, let's do this,
brother.
Yeah. We have one of them Hooligan brothers, right?
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, Cory West, the champ, the dude with the gigantic #1 plate with lunatic action.
On
Oh
that,
yeah,
on
and a
that.
stash to go with it.
Right? He's on the soon-to-be heavier Harley Davidson.
Yeah, whatever.
We figured we're just gonna get the Bjorn, the baby Bjorn, right in the front, so you can carry your son with you and just kind of tuck in and just.
That'd be an awesome like winning cool down lap thing to do. Just pull over and strap the old dad carrier up.
That would be epic.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man.
I could do it with bars. The Hooligans got bars, man.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I'm not,
well,
they have
that.
The kid.
You know they have that little attachment thing you can put on the,
Dude,
like
you could put like a sissy bar on the bagger too.
Oh,
right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, just throw him in the bag. He's not too big.
Throw him in the bag.
Finally, we get to put something in these damn bags.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, welcome Cory to the craziness that is the Weekend Hangover. We got stuff to talk about. Aragon. We had some good racing stories from Aragon, and a little bit of a sleeper, but we're really into the stories on this show. We don't really like to do the recap, as everybody knows. We like to talk about the cool stories like white wheels in the front and upside down pineapples and stuff
and
like
that.
And
weird wings and
weird wings.
It's all about the wings. Right?
Yep, and we'll talk some of the stuff about the test because we got some good stories out of the test. So we definitely, comment, pipe in. We want to hear from you guys, and let's get this thing rolling. Dustin, tell us about your.
Yeah. So we had a track day at the circuit this past weekend at Buttonwillow, and you know what? There's a couple of things. Number one, we made some changes to the business model this year, and they're working because we have a higher quality of track time available now. So there's less people on the track, but because everybody's paying, it's like we make the same money. So it's like, look at that. There's only 30 people out there instead of like 50, right? So that's pretty cool. But we've offered coaching and stuff all year long, and this particular weekend we got 3 all-day coachings in one day. I was like, oh, so I had one. Gio and Chili had one, and it worked out great. And the dude I had actually wants to hire me for the rest of the year, like on a Saturday, like all day, every Saturday for the rest of the year that we have, which is really cool. But one thing that was, a little shitty thing that happened. I don't like to end the weekends this way, but we had a guy on Sunday crash, break his arm, leave in an ambulance, and then we discovered when we were looking up his waiver that he wasn't registered. And we're like, how'd he get out there? So it turns out this dude came out, got a buddy's sticker, and went out without registering or wavering up or anything. And you know what? I get it. Track days, $250, right? You're going to save $250, and not realizing that you put our entire livelihoods in business in jeopardy. You know what I mean? The racetrack as well. I'm sure they're not stoked to have a guy like that. And we pushed his button. Like every org in California knows that guy's name now, including AFM, CVMA, CR, like every race org as well. And he won't be able to ride. He'll have to take up fishing or something. The other thing is, I guess his buddy. I think we're gonna push that guy's button too. Yeah. So
there's got to be a bad influence there somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, if his buddy was a real buddy, he would have been like, "Hey, man, like go."
Yeah, dude.
Go.
But he's a grown ass man. He can make his own decisions too, right? Like he knows if he's a racer, he knows. So.
Yeah. Well, I definitely, if you got some stories, pipe up in the Facebook group and tell us about your crazy track day stories and things like that.
Yeah. Hopefully they weren't at my track day.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
No, shame. Yeah, I at my track day, it's very boutique. Only got 15
Yeah.
per group, and
Right.
I try to keep it small numbers because I know who's there and who's not supposed to be there.
Right.
And hey, if you need a shakedown session, talk to the guy running the
Yeah.
track day. Maybe he'll charge you $50 to run some laps for a session to get things done. So
Yeah, or maybe you just like the track day guy. Like I told the guy, I was like, dude, you know me. Like if you needed a shakedown session, I would have just hooked you up with a session. Just sign the waiver, dude. Like I'm not a dick. Like I'm not this like angry, you know, what do you call
Yeah.
it? Cutthroat dickhead. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, come on, dude. So yeah.
Until you dodge my waiver and go break
Yeah,
yourself
now
off in
you
one of
dodged
my
my waiver.
sessions,
Now you're my
yeah, then I'm
enemy,
gonna be
right?
pissed. God, yeah, I would be mad
That
too.
is,
I would have to vent on somebody.
yeah. Then it's concrete
Wow.
slippers. And it's concrete slippers. So it's going in the drink.
Man, that's you
Yeah.
know, yeah, dude. It's not cool. It's anyway. So that's my little half rant. That's the level of rant you get from me. Like I'm not really a ranter.
Yeah. Well, speaking of leveling up the rant, how did Kristen Daniel do last weekend?
Dude, he chucked one into the scenery, like he had a little DNF. I don't know what his deal was the next race. I mean, I'm sure he wasn't 100% maybe because I think he finished P13 in the second race. But he's like having these moments of brilliance, and he gets close, and then I don't know, like he'll even admit it too. Like if you read his stuff, he's just like, yeah, I got a little too excited and tossed it.
It's
Like
tough, man. It's
getting a
such a high
sniff, like.
level.
You've been racing a long time, right, Cory? Like how long were you racing before you stopped making those little immature, like you get a sniff and you're like, oh, and then end up in the trees?
I mean, I don't end up in the trees anymore, but I still make silly mistakes. I mean,
Yeah,
especially in these little sprint races when you can't
yeah,
make mistakes. There's no time for mistakes, But
yeah,
yeah, I mean, I remember doing a lot of dumb stuff when I was a kid, club racing, CMRA. So I was probably 14, 15 years old riding SV650s and stuff. And yeah,
right.
just the unexpected crash out of nowhere. Like, what was that? Like, I don't know. I just lost the front, Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
just chasing some dude, thought I had him, and then tucked the front, or just not knowing the limits yet, and you're just riding
yeah. And
way
they're still
over the
learning.
limit.
It's a rookies cup. They're supposed to learn, right? So, and
And you
it's
don't
so
have a whole lot of
competitive.
time. You don't
It's
have a
so
whole lot of time.
competitive, dude. I mean, if you're like a 10th off, I mean, you're literally 10 positions back, it's crazy. So,
And especially like tracks you've never been to, raced at, and then you go to Spain where all those kids have probably rode those tracks. I mean, I did one season in Spain and I got paddled. It was
yeah.
gnarly. Yeah.
Oh, that was
Well,
the old
he lives
CEP.
in Spain. KD lives in Spain. Like his family left America, moved to Spain so the kid
Well, I
could go
mean,
racing.
that's what you got to do. I mean, there's a few kids doing that right now. So,
Yeah.
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 Yeah, Max Toth, right? That's another one.
Rossi
Uh,
Moore
Yeah,
won in
Moore.
Italy. He won the
Yep.
660 Cup in Italy.
Correa.
Mikey Sanchez, a kid out of
Yep.
Texas, and then
Yeah.
Yeah, Mikey Lou.
what's
Julian
Mac
Correa.
McCluggage, yeah, that
Oh,
kid.
Mac, yeah, Mac
Yeah,
McCluggage.
he's
Chris's
over there
kid.
too. They're all taking their licks, learning, going to school.
They
Yep.
got to, right? They got to. And they're learning new
That's the
languages too,
place.
right? So
Yeah,
added
that's
bonus, they actually get to learn, school things instead of like rainbow things. Yeah. I said it. I don't care.
It's all good.
I'm not
Yeah,
super
Matt.
prideful here. You know what I mean?
No, you're not. You're not.
Yeah.
Not like SMX. Anyways, yeah, not much from Moto 3 because we didn't watch it. We're just not Moto 3 people. Which
He
is
is
cool.
though.
Yeah, actually,
That's,
Cory watched. Did you watch the race?
I usually just check in at like lap 5 to go. That's when it starts to get awesome,
Yeah.
But it was typical, like 12 riders in that lead pack. Joel Kelso, that kid from Australia, he came down
Yeah.
to the Colin Edwards boot camp. So anytime I get to meet one of those kids at the camp, and then they go out and start winning podiums and stuff in MotoGP or Moto3, it's like,
Yeah.
I kicked that
Yes.
kid's ass in Super Bowl.
You work at Super Camp, dude?
You didn't know that?
Not Super Camp, Colin Edwards camp.
Colin Edwards
Texas
Tornado.
Yeah, Texas
You
Tornado
work at
boot
that,
camp.
dude?
As much as I
You didn't
can,
know that?
yeah.
That's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I did not know
place is
that.
a riot.
Doing it for
That place is-
years.
Wow.
Yeah, long time, since
Does
2011.
Focheck
Holy
still
cow.
work there?
No, he got a real job and
No, loser.
has a kid and a wife,
Ah,
so
Well,
I
you
get it.
have a kid and a wife too.
Yeah, but I don't have a real job. I
Real
still
job thing, though,
riding
huh?
motorcycles.
Yeah, but his wife also coaches at Tornado Boot Camp, where she goes down there too. So,
Oh,
She
yeah?
goes down there, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
so
That's
yeah,
cool.
you're still supposed to work on that Yamaha thing, so you and I can go.
Yeah, well, we're working on
Now
it,
we
but-
got new guy. Now we got new guy.
Yeah,
So,
new
We
guy
gotta
Jeff.
work new guy. We got to work new guy Jeff.
Yeah, maybe we work new guy Jeff. I don't know.
It'll teach you a
He's-
lot.
Dude,
It'll
he's
teach you a
probably
lot.
watching this stuff, dude. He's gonna be like, "What?"
Well, listen, we just need. Well, I'll pay for airfare. We just cover the camp cost. That's it.
Yeah, we'll get the we'll just say we knew Cory West and get the Cory West bro deal, right?
You can probably get some kind of a bro deal. Yeah.
Probably kick us in the back of the head too, right?
Just bring a few guys. Bring a few guys.
There you
Oh
go.
yeah. I got some peeps I know that want to
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I had a couple of friends that did Colin's first one.
Oh, wow.
And during the class, they learned how to do. They did a drive-by practice.
Some of them got pretty wild. I wasn't there for the first year of it, but yeah, there's some really good stories, and I've gotten to
Yeah.
do shit there that I've never done anywhere else in the world. So
Really?
yeah, do rental car stuff, yeah, all
Oh,
kinds of fun stuff. Yeah.
okay.
Private
The
property,
rental car
man.
stuff. That's part of curriculum. Is that?
No. It's after
Yeah.
hours.
No, there's some legendary. So if
Yeah.
nobody knows, Texas Tornado Boot Camp down in Conroe, Texas, or roundabouts there. Cory coaches there, and it's Colin Edwards is big. Like, I don't even know how. It's a compound with a completely covered mini bike dirt track, and then a saloon type front, to the buildings where all the campers stay at. And he's got like this really cool like saloon, and everybody's hanging out, all the memorabilia. And then there's the guns. The Barrett 50 cal comes out and starts popping.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
We actually had to quit shooting the 50 cal. They built a wedding venue like right behind the backstop. So it's like, y'all need to get out of there. Like, no.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
stop shooting the cannon.
There's that infamous picture of Rossi shooting the Barrett. That was awesome.
Yeah. I mean,
That was
I shot it once and that was enough. It was, man, I didn't even like being around it. It's too much.
Dude, I
saw Miguel Duhamel fire one of those things at Chapala, and it was, he lays down to shoot the thing, and it's like triple the length of his body.
Oh, dude,
It's insanity in a rifle shape.
Well, so I was with Nate Kern quite a few years back, and we were hanging out at his local gun range in Roswell, and some Euro trash dude with his Pumas on was shooting that thing indoors. And I was like 4 lanes down, and every time he popped off a round, it like concussion would blow past you and it'll take your chest out. You're like,
yeah, that's
what are you doing?
You can't be around them when they fire. It's too much. Like,
Yeah.
it'll make your heart skip a beat. Like,
Yeah, and just imagine the enclosed space and having
Yeah.
that go
What
up.
you're saying is, Cory, you're living in Arkansas. Y'all don't use that to shoot deer out there?
It's just I pick off the squirrels in the front yard.
Yeah.
It's not much left of them afterwards, but
I know. I got some raccoons to take care of that were taking out my chickens. So,
Oh, wow.
shit.
it's a
Can't be
nighttime
having
hunting
that.
to do.
That's
Yeah.
funny, man. All right, so Moto3, like you said, the 10-12 dudes going at it down the straightaway, they poof out and they're like 6 wide.
Yeah, same shit. It's it's always just a craziness to the stripe. But that Maximo Quiles kid from the Red Bull Rookies a few years ago, I
Mhm.
watched that Red Bull documentary, and like
Oh yeah.
anytime you get to watch one of those, you get to learn a little bit more about the personalities, and then you kind
Oh
of
yeah,
like, okay, I like that kid. Like, let's
yeah.
follow him now. And so he was kind of the little arrogant one, and he was actually about to win the thing, and he didn't pull it off. But
Oh
him and Picaris, and then I got Joel Kelso, the Australian kid. He's been doing really good this year after we showed him a few things at the boot camp.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, there you go. You're contributing to his success. I love it.
But yeah, I mean, dude, in the past we had a Yumu Sasaki, we had John McPhee, and then
Oh yeah.
Senna Agius was there
Oh.
at the camp this year too when Joel was there. So like,
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
he just won one too.
Yeah.
So there's
He just
something in the
won.
water down there in Texas, let me tell you.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
Big stuff. Big stuff.
But
Right?
Yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome, man. And then Moto 2, I mean, like you were saying the opposite of what we say. Like we usually skip Moto 3 and just go right to Moto 2, but truthfully, it's only because Joe Roberts is in it.
I love Moto 2. I don't know why,
You-
but I just
That's
love
because you're a
600.
Triumph fanboy.
Well,
That's what
yeah.
it is, dude.
Well, I wasn't always a Triumph fanboy. I just love 600 racing. Like medium weight bike racing is always when like Cory was racing and Daytona Sport Bike, dude. That was great racing. Like Mid Ohio produced some bangers. Road
Atlanta, Sears Point.
Yep.
There's a
Yep.
bunch of
Here's
gnarly.
point, dude.
Yeah, some gnarly races. So like I just love 600 racing. It's always just like the meat grinder, dude. They're always just making
In the comments, I'm seeing MILF Hunter Racing.
No. It was just Team Hunter. We couldn't put.
Oh,
Yeah, man, I love frogs. MILF Hunter.
yeah. Man, I love frogs.
yeah. I mean, shoot, you gotta take it where you can get it, right?
Yeah, dude.
No,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
it
I
was
mean,
a
Moto
good
2 is
race.
super cool, and I did watch the last couple laps. The Anshu kids, all the Turkish
Dude.
riders right now they're
Yeah.
insane, man. They're insane, and like to watch.
What do you think it
Joe,
is? Is there something in the water?
Bobier, well, the same with those guys. I mean, you watch them
Right?
train like Keenan Safaglu's dudes at the little go-kart track,
Like on Naked Ninja 400s or whatever, right? Or R3s.
that's some gnarly shit right there. Like they are getting after it. And so, I mean, you ride like that all the time, you're going to be an animal. So it's just tough. I mean, it's cool that they have their little group of dudes that they can go out there and scrap that hard and bring the level up. But like, yeah, I just
Well,
live in
Keenan's
Arkansas. There's nobody around here to ride with it. But
You just gotta just fight pigs or whatever, right?
yeah.
yeah, right now it's wrestling this
Chasing
little
wild turkeys.
8-month-old, getting
Yeah.
an
That
8-month-old
too.
in diapers and pajamas is a struggle.
Oh man.
Yeah, and then you got poopocalypse when that happens and they poop up their
Yeah.
back, dude. That's
I have a dog, dude. I don't have kids, so
Yeah.
that's cool.
both my kids touched between their shoulder blades. It was pretty impressive. Yeah, I'll text you the picture, Dustin. Yeah,
Thanks.
but
Appreciate that.
no, I'm sure Keenan does not give them any quarter. Like he probably just ground those dudes into the ground to make them what they are today. Because you watch Top Rack back in the stock 600 class, and he was an animal. And then Keenan, obviously on the Cowie,
man. Keenan was a freaking. I mean, no one could beat the guy on Super Sport
No.
Bike. Yeah, he was unreal.
No, and it was PJ took it to him on the Honda, but he got going a little too late. But I think PJ was looking pretty good that year, and I think if he would have started on that bike way earlier on, it actually would have been a lot different. But Keenan was lights out all the time, because if you're in front of him, he's getting in front of you. He wants to be in front at all times. So that's how those dudes like to ride, and you can see it. Like, it's taken a little while for Dennis to get going. Just like his
Dude,
brother.
I can't believe he just rolled around the outside of him and they locked bars, dude. Like,
What was cool was they were both going for their first Moto2 win. So like
Yeah.
they were just like all or
Yep.
nothing. I mean, you could
Yeah.
see it I mean, once they got on the back straightaway,
It's
they're
like,
both thinking like, I'm about to win this thing.
yeah.
But only one of them gets to win it, and that was a
Yeah.
And
ballsy way to win it. Yeah.
early on, it looked like that Barry Baltus dude was going to do something, and then he just they kind of dropped him a little bit,
Yeah.
right? So,
Yeah, just a little bit, but he was still there.
He was still there, but he wasn't.
He led a lot.
There.
He led half the race.
Oh yeah, like I said, it looked like it was going to be him, and then he just,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I mean, do you think, Cory? Do you think they're still trying to figure out the Pirellis, get used to them or whatever?
It's possible. I mean, I hear that track is it's got a weird surface to it. So, and if I know anything about what Pirellis used to be, it's you could burn them up early and then you're left with something that doesn't work very good at the end of the race. And
Yeah.
so I think a lot of it's managing tires, and maybe those dudes were just a little more chill at the beginning. If you said that Barry led a ton of laps, well, then that can
Right.
he probably shouldn't have led so many laps, or at least led the laps that were the important ones,
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
just how
He
it
should have
works. I mean,
sandbagged more.
yeah. I mean, you see it in MotoGP too. Those guys are
Yeah.
tire conservation mode for, a bunch of the
Yeah.
race, it seems like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it tires or fuel?
Probably both.
Right?
I'm sure they're having to run all kinds of different maps and stuff to keep the thing just lean enough so it's not burning too much. And
Right.
And then at that one time, they're like, give her the beans, Matt. It's 5 to go. We've got plenty of gas now. And the tire's looking still there. So give her.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, the finish was awesome, though. I mean, was it like a tire tread? I mean,
yeah, 0.003.
Closest in history. Yeah. That's close.
And he got
that's
it
one
done
of those
on
where
the
you
outside.
look at the guy like, I don't know who won.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knew he won though. Like he knew he got it.
Yeah,
he was celebrating at the. I don't know if they look up and see the board or whatever, but
sometimes if you just celebrate enough, everyone will believe that you won. If you don't know, I mean,
he's like lobbying for it.
Yeah, being Taylor Knapp at Road Atlanta one time in the 600 race, and I'm all cheering, and he's all cheering. I'm like, "There's no way I won that!" And then they gave it to him. I was like, "That's yeah."
And they didn't have a photo finish?
They didn't have a photo finish, and the transponders read 000. Like it was.
Oh no!
Yeah. So.
Oh.
Well, Jim Bob up in turn 1 said that Taylor wins, so I was just like, whatever.
You give Taylor a rash about that every time you see him. I won that race.
No, I haven't thought about that one in a long time.
So do you? So the Moto2 was whatever. I mean, I did see Joe move forward.
Dude, Joe rode really well, and
dude, he was like in 12th, and then he was in 10th, and I think what did he finish 7th or 8th?
7th. He got in front of Manu Gonzalez at the end, I think, or not. What he was in a battle of 3 guys, and he got in front of his teammate, which last year his teammate, got in with him, and then he lost the championship. So but he was riding really well.
Yeah. He ended up a little bit behind Canet. It's so strange. Like and same thing for MotoGP too. Like there's winners in that class that were like in the way back.
Yeah.
In Moto2?
Yeah.
That's what
Canet,
I mean. Like, when you look at like what Joe and Bobier, and they come over here and they kill everybody. It's like it just shows you. Like it'd be cool to ride a Moto2 bike, but I don't know if I want to ride with those dudes on track.
Those dudes are maniacs.
Whew, yeah, that'd be tough, man. I mean, if Bobier and those dudes had it that rough, good luck.
Yeah.
Well, I know Cam was talking about it when he was on the podcast with Josh Hayes, Bison Carruthers, whatever. He was talking about how he had to switch because he was used to, heavy braking, using the big bike, getting on the side of the tire, and then he had to get used to coasting through the corner because he used to coast through the corner. Then he had to get used to heavy braking, and then now he had to go back to coasting through the corner because those guys, they're all about middle of the corner.
Does he mean coast through the corner? Or
No, rolling through the corner. Yeah,
yeah. I was gonna say,
carrying more speed.
Yeah,
Coasting's
he's
off
not
throttle.
sack lunching
No.
through the corner. Like he's no sack lunching through the corner, dude.
No,
Like,
no coasting. That's not good. No.
like, what are you
All right.
talking about, Bob?
Sorry, I was using the wrong terminology.
We're figuring out where your lap time's going, though. If you're coasting through the corner,
Yeah,
gotcha.
now we
Well,
know
there
why
you go.
Bobby's so slow, right? He's just like sack lunch everywhere.
Just
Yeah,
pulling the
whatever.
clutch in. Just pulling the clutch in. I'm just coasting.
That's what Jeff May taught me. He was like, just coast to the corner, get through it, and then just whack the gas at the end as soon as you get on that gas.
Yeah,
Hammer
it's,
down.
Oh,
I
man.
say good luck with that. You know, like
He
I like
did not teach you that.
I like
He
to
did not teach
roll
you
off, coast in there, and hope it works out.
No.
Right?
Roll through the corner.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
You're
there you
rolling
go.
through the corners.
There you go. Rolling
Yeah,
through the
come on
corner.
now.
Tons of speed.
Yeah.
They get after it.
Dude, they go so fast with those corners. It's unreal. And with
Yeah.
such a stiff bike, too. That bike has got to be so stiff.
All right,
That's
so
what
how
I mean.
about
It'd be fun to ride one. I'd like to just
dude?
know what they feel like. I mean,
Did you race with Declan the couple rounds he came out here? No, you know what? You weren't. Yeah, he's 600 guy now. Declan.
You need to go.
Declan Van Rosmalen is, he did the Spanish thing. I think he did some Australian stuff, and he's back. I think he's going to be back August maybe. And dude, they've got a proper Moto2 bike. And I was
No,
like,
you
dude,
need to go.
let's
We
do
need
a
to go.
YouTube thing, bro. Let's do it.
No. We need to get Cory. We need to get Cory to Vintage Fest because Clint Austin has Chavi Vierre's Petronas bike. The
Okay.
Triumph Petronas bike.
Yeah. Okay.
So
oh,
yeah, I
know
saw it when
Clint.
he got it. Oh yeah, Clint's got the bike, dude.
yeah.
You go hit him
Nice.
up to go ride it because
Well, this has a Triumph too, man. This is, like
Oh,
he was
yeah,
doing the Spanish Moto2 thing for like a minute,
Mhm.
got kicked in the teeth, and went home.
That's what I was just talking about.
Right?
You go to Spain and get stomped.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
Sometimes you got to do that to kind of see where you're at too, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I went there and got stomped and scored like a point or two, and then came back here and started kicking ass. So
there you
but
go.
just the experience of riding those tracks and all that stuff too, and I mean,
Then you
they
apply that to
obviously-
riding a Harley.
we're gonna have to go way back on the time machine to 2004. That's
all that Spanish GP track experience really paying dividends riding
on the big hog. You know it.
Speaking of big hogs, we got that GP race that happened that just got completely dominated by Mr.
Number
Marquez.
93. Yeah, dude.
man.
The big dog. Yeah.
Shoo, man.
Dude, I was watching that guy roll through that. It was like a long left-hand sweeper that goes downhill. And you could see him slide in the front and the rear, like all the way through it. I'm just like, how the fuck does? Yeah,
Left-handers,
Downforce.
man.
Downforce.
He's all about left-handers.
yeah. It's all about the wings. It's the wings. Yeah,
It's downforce.
Yeah, that was. I was really disappointed with Maverick Vinales. Really disappointed because then he popped out like mid 45s on Monday.
Dude, that guy. I keep telling you, man. There's
Not
no reason to be
surprising.
Dude, that guy sucks. I'm sorry. Like Vinales.
I don't think he sucks. He's everyone's
He's a good qualifier.
It was that time of the month. It was that time of the month for him. It's just, dude. I had a lot of hopes for him because he was doing really well and started the season, and he was just chipping away.
I mean, the thing is, dude, that guy is like the only thing consistent about Vinales is his inconsistency.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
Yeah,
that
and
guy.
then once you totally give up on the guy, he'll go
Then he
win
throws one down, and you're
Yeah,
like,
right.
wait a minute.
He's back. He's back.
He's back. Yes. We have somebody
And then
cheer
it's
for.
like 10 races later, you're like, where the?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Like, I mean, Bob probably has him in the Weekend Hangover Fantasy League or whatever.
No.
Don't even do that shit, dude. I'm
No,
sorry,
I haven't.
man. I don't do
No.
it.
I know we got to do it. Cody Krieger, good job, dude. I hear there's a lot of shenanigans going on in the league, so I'm happy it's continuing on.
There's shenanigans in the league.
Yeah, dude, everybody's talking trash, and it's great.
Oh,
I love it.
what else is new? It's
Yeah.
motorbike people. Like, that's what we do. Talk trash, right?
Yeah. We actually do road racing fantasy instead of other podcasts that do supercross fantasy.
I don't know. Well, you know what, Cory, you had a guy a few years ago that was on your team for a little bit, and I would say he was the biggest personality on your team. Number 14, Frankie Garcia.
Oh,
Frankie G.
Tell me about Frankie being in the pits with you guys.
Oh, Frankie's hilarious, dude.
Isn't he the best?
He cracks me up, man.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff he can just come up with sometimes. I'm like,
oh my god,
where did you get that?
Like, what
but
are you
dude
doing?
can ride too, man. It blows my mind. Yeah,
he's a big dude.
I'd catch him somewhere on track and then be like, dude, he is getting after it right now. I love it. Yeah,
he hasn't really ridden last couple of seasons, but he's still there, you know.
Oh, he still knows how. I guarantee.
He's still walking around in a different Dixon flannel. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Looking the part.
HD baby. He's out there pushing the brand.
Oh yeah.
He's doing a good job. I'd rather be talking to him than like somebody that doesn't know anything about what we're doing.
Right.
At least the guy's ridden a bagger and he can come up and talk about baggers and all that fun stuff. Yeah.
Actually going fast on one.
Yeah. I mean, Frankie, I don't know if he still does, but he used to live just outside of Monterey. And when we would go up there and do track days, I'd call him up. I'm like, hey, dude, you want to be a staff dude for a day? And, you know, he'd show up in his whatever leathers and he would just go out on an R6 like a stalker and just murder, like just absolutely murder. I'm just like, how? Like, dude, if he was like 100 pounds lighter, he would be dangerous as shit, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So
yeah, heard that one before.
Yeah, such a good kid, man.
Yeah,
so
he's a shredder for sure. I mean, and then you go throw him in some Sturgis adventure tracker race and he throws the thing on pole. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Sammy Albert, those dudes, like, okay, all right.
Yeah, we talked to Sammy about that. Speaking of, Sammy's second race is this weekend.
Yeah?
Second race in FIM flat track, and he's got the number 1 on the back of his helmet. And he didn't do so well in Italy, but he's in Germany this weekend. So good luck to our homie Sammy.
Yeah, Sammy needs to get it done, dude. But we will be watching on TikTok and YouTube and whatever the hell else he's got going on. I'm not subscribing to OnlyFans, goddamn.
I still got. I got
super cool. I like what he's doing over there. I think that whole FIM flat track thing's rad, and the fact that they're doing it on speedway tracks, like just flat cushion.
Yeah,
just let those dudes race it out. You know, that's what it should be like here in the States, but they just can't figure out how to prep racetracks. It seems like.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because they got. Lucas Oil Speedway was rained out, so they could.
Because all our tracks are basically horse race tracks, right?
Or clay, they're stock car tracks.
Yeah, sprint car stuff, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, down Volusia is a sprint car,
right?
Track or whatever. So, So back to GP. It just seems like the door is closing ever so.
I mean, it's his championship to lose, dude. Like, I mean, the guy is murdering everybody every weekend, except for the few weekends that he throws his stuff into the scenery. But it's rarer now that he's not on the Honda. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that Ducati's the best bike out there. I mean, it's plain and simple. And
Like
it
the
would
top 4 of
be,
the championship are on Ducatis.
yeah. So there's some guys coming. It just seems
Yeah.
like there's some guys starting to make their way. I mean, Fabio. I mean,
Yeah, Fabio shows brilliance and then chucks the thing away, or
well, that
mechanicals or
wasn't
whatever.
his fault. Yeah.
No, but it happens to him,
Yeah. Yeah.
Acosta looked like he's finally starting to switch on a bit.
Yeah. So on to Aragon.
Thoughts on Acosta,
Yeah.
Corey?
Thoughts on Acosta?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, I think the kid's good. It's just KTM right now. Like
Yeah.
that's the problem. And like look at Bender. Like we all thought
Yeah.
Bender was the man and he can't keep it on 2 wheels. Doesn't even know why he lost the front in that race, It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough to say. I think Pedro is probably overriding the thing, trying
Yeah.
to do kind of what he did last year
Yeah.
and not having as good a go of it. But there's a lot of Ducatis out there and
Yeah.
it's hard to
Yeah.
get in the mix. I mean, it's cool to see him and when he was on Pecco just sending it and
Right.
just trying to I mean, but that's what you got to do if you got a guy that's got faster pace, you just got to keep dive bombing him and hope you slow him down and disrupt his rhythm and do what you can. But yeah, those races are so long. Eventually, someone's gonna make the pass and make it stick and get away.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, Acosta did put a little bit of a gap on Morbidelli. I mean, Morbidelli even this season, like that dude's been like hit and miss too, right? Like, dude's been nowhereville for years, and then this year he shows up and he's like he goes from like the top 10 to top 5-ish, typically, right?
He's a unique character, man. It's like
Yeah,
it makes it hard to like him a little bit because you're just like, what the hell is this guy doing? But
yeah,
then like you go back to Silverstone where him and Marquez are scrapping it for that podium
Yeah.
spot, and I'm like, "Go Morbidelli!"
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that's never come out of my mouth before, but like,
yeah.
but
Yeah,
dude, he's like, he will if he gets past, he's gonna pass you back, and I
Yep.
think that's like we need more dudes like that because it's
Yeah.
like, oh,
yeah,
faster rider coming through, go ahead, like,
yeah,
Yeah.
nah, he's there to give it until he can't hang on anymore.
yeah. And he did. I mean, Acosta threw it at him, and dude, he put it right back under him. And it took Acosta quite a bit of work to get by. So,
Yeah, and that makes it
um,
fun. It makes it fun to watch, and
yeah,
I'm sure that.
and then the other Grassini bike, Aldeguer, like that dude's kind of coming too. It's like
Yep.
he's coming, but it's like he's not coming consistent.
Well, he's a
He's getting
rookie.
there.
Give
Yeah,
it,
he's
give
getting
him,
there.
Yeah,
give him some time.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, like maybe they'll give him as much time as Morbidelli's had. Jesus, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
He's been
Or
bouncing around.
Raul Fernandez, like,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
God,
I know.
Alex Rins, right?
like, Renz is he's just his health, man. He just broke himself off too many times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean, I think he's still got it, but I don't know. There's a lot of other people I'd put in some seats, that's for sure, just to
yeah.
change some stuff up.
Well,
So
speaking of that,
how about this, dude? I know that we're going to talk about some musical chair stuff that's going to come on, but what about Bagnaia, dude? Like, has he just like did having the 93 in his garage really mess up his mojo that much? It
Yeah,
must have,
of
dude.
course. Like, dude, come on.
Dude.
And you brought this dude in to fuck the bike all up, and now he can't ride it. Like, he just totally burped. Like, okay,
yep.
now only I can ride this thing. And
Yeah.
Pecco's over there, like, what happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
He's calling Danny Pedrosa and be like, dude, how did you deal with this?
Yeah, this is God. I'd be pissed if I was Pecco.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you brought this guy in here that obviously he ruined the Honda, and now it's taken them this long to figure it out. Only he could ride it, and now you're doing the same damn thing to this bike. Like,
Yeah.
But I think Gigi, those guys, they're over there just geeking on the fact that
They're
they
like,
got,
he's winning. Yay.
oh, he's doing it. Like, let's do something
El
else
campeón.
crazy. And like the only sensible rider is Pecco, and he's like, dude, I can't ride this thing. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, he's got
Yeah.
no. He found a step where he's like gotten closer, and he got that podium, and he was actually looking a lot better than he has, and you could see that Aragon being a slippery track. Because how many people bend it? Like Zarco,
Like-
Bender, quite a few guys bend it that race, and it was like everybody was going off in turn 12, or some
Like in
other
the
like
sprint
up,
race too, right?
yeah, in the
Fernandez
sprint
and
race,
Mir, right?
yeah. So
Mir
it
shaking his
was.
fist.
Yeah, I mean, that track was slippery, so everybody's still riding on edge, and then Mark's dropping like lap records, just
Yeah.
bam.
He seems to
but
be
that's kind of his track though, right?
That dude seems to be super comfortable on the side of the tire, regardless if the thing's sliding or not. Like the thing is
Well,
just
I mean, left
he's
hand
not hooked up at
circuit
all.
too. I
He's
mean,
just like
Yep.
left. And there was a point where I think they were on board with Pecco, and
Mhm.
he's trying to chase down Alex, and they get into that left-hander that just goes forever. It
Yeah, that one.
goes, and it straightens for a second, and then it's downhill left, and it tightens
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
And like as soon as you get out of the first tight left, you could just see Alex just like just
Yeah.
yard Pecco through the
No
left-hander.
way. Yeah.
And it's like obviously Alex is pretty good in left-handers too because he's been chasing his brother around his whole life. But
Right.
that's where Mark was getting away from Alex. It's like
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think anybody could touch those kids through those corners, and that whole
No.
track was all leaned over on the left. It's just one of those places. It's just gonna, as long as he doesn't do anything to screw himself, he's gonna win
Yeah.
that thing.
Which that he does. He tends to do.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
He's,
obviously the guy I'm going to mention that hasn't been racing all season pretty much is the world champion, Jorge Martin. Like you see all the rumors about him. Is he leaving Aprilia? Is he not? There's like a lot of websites that say he's confirmed. Aprilia posted up that he's not going anywhere. He's posted up that he's not going anywhere.
yeah, his decision point is not till September.
Right.
Or he was requesting that the decision point is not till December.
Does he stay or does he go?
Dude, he's got the best inside info at Honda right now with Aleix Espargaro.
His best buddy.
So they're bros.
Who convinced him to go to Aprilia?
Yeah.
So like, dude, go to Aprilia. They're gonna
Martin's
pay you
life in a hangar is commenting that, dude, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. He's out of there. They're gonna pay you a
Yeah.
boatload of money to go to Aprilia, and then all this bad juju happens to Jorge, which sucks, but like
Yeah.
he's still gonna get paid.
Yeah.
And then has this weird little thing in his contract, and then Aleix is over there riding that Honda going, bro, this thing's getting good.
Right.
They're lost. Like, why don't you just like use your little exit clause and come ride this thing? Like, and they'll pay him probably
Stupid money.
yeah. I mean,
Oh yeah.
and
like,
who do you
you're way
think's gonna
better.
be like, yeah, who do you think's gonna be better in the next couple years, Honda or Aprilia? Like, I think Aprilia, they don't have anyone like really steering the ship right now.
Right.
And Honda's they're just like plucking away at it. They got good people. They took a bunch of Aprilia guys over there.
Yeah.
They gotta win.
Aprilia?
It's funny because
Honda.
Honda and Aprilia both got to win because Bezzecchi won Le Mans. So
right.
Zarco.
But
Zarco.
Well, Zarco. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bezzecchi won.
won Silverstone.
Silverstone. That's right.
Yeah.
So
but it almost seems like a monkey could win on the Aprilia at Silverstone because it just they all win at Silverstone on the Aprilia, right?
Yeah.
I mean, JD Beach said something on our podcast a couple years ago, and he said even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
So the
Yeah,
big
why-
musical chairs thing, obviously, is the top rack,
Pramac
Yamaha thing for next season.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like,
that's pretty
the
cool.
dude's
And I'm
like punching
stoked.
out a super bike and going to GP.
Yeah, I mean, where else is he gonna go at World Superbike? Go jump on the Honda or something just for another extra challenge? Like, yeah,
Well,
he
that was
needs to go.
there was a viable theory that Honda would pick him up, put him on the World Superbike, and then use him as the
Yeah.
tester for the GP bike, which I thought was a brilliant idea. Because then it's like, well, here, go ride this bike, go test it.
Which
You're
turns out
in-
that brilliant idea was horseshit, and it was just rumor mill nonsense.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying the
It made sense, though.
idea.
I mean,
It was a good idea.
yeah, put him on the
It was-
Honda for one more year in World Superbike. See if he can win it on the Honda, which is what Honda wanted so bad, is another World Superbike championship. And
Yep.
then you put Top Rack into MotoGP when they switch to 850s and it's on Pirelli tires.
But they could use
Yeah.
him as the test rider. So when
Yeah.
he's not racing, he's
He's
at the short
already-
bend and
yeah.
he's riding they could have the tires on the GP bike and they could start testing the GP bike early with
Well,
the
he's
guy
riding a
who's going to
Yamaha
be
now,
riding
so-
it.
So so now he's riding a Yamaha. So what does that leave? Where does that leave Jack Miller?
I hope he gets to stay. I think they should.
You mean where does that
counsel
leave Miguel?
Oliveira? Yeah, get rid of him.
Yeah.
Dude married his
Yeah.
sister. That's weird.
What?
And I live in Arkansas.
Wow. The dude from
Technically,
Arkansas
his-
was like, man, that guy married his sister. That's weird.
Dude's like
Technically,
a
it's
dentist. Dude's a dentist, and he races
Yeah.
MotoGP, and he marries his sister. Like, dude, you're telling me you
Stepsister.
couldn't find something at the
Stepsister.
racetrack? Like, God Almighty! Whatever.
Stepsister equals first cousin.
Yeah, my sister
Wow.
cousin.
This is the level of entertainment that you get on this show.
Yeah.
It's so bad. It's so bad. But yeah,
It
they
was
should axe
weird,
him.
man.
Keep Miller. Miller knows a ton. He's obviously a character. He's
Everybody
riding
loves
the
him.
shit out
The
of it. He's
fans love
he's
him.
the second fastest Yamaha behind Quartararo right now. So like, dude,
Yeah.
let him eat. He's fun to watch.
Well, there was rumors that he was going to join Quadraro on the factory team, and then it would leave,
Yeah.
what,
I mean, yeah.
Rins.
What are you gonna do with Rins? I mean, if he doesn't start
Superbike?
doing something, yeah, shit, I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, with Toprak leaving, that leaves a
Yeah.
pretty good.
Because
seat at most.
Bulaga was announced that he's going to stay. So Bulaga's
He's
going
going
to
to
stay.
stay,
World
and
Superbike.
He's like, you mean
he's
Toprak's
testing.
leaving?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
It's
stay.
Well,
Well,
he
that
got,
means 2 championships for Bulaga, right? If the things that
He
are
gets it done.
happening keep happening.
he also got confirmed as a GP test rider as well.
Mhm.
So
And it sounds like Rossi would gladly put him on his team at some point in time too.
Oh
So,
yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure. He welcomed
I mean,
him
at
back
least
into the
he's
fold.
younger. He's a lot younger than Toprak, so he's got
Yeah.
some time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he Nicolo was on the bad graces of Rossi for a little while because he sucked, and they were like, "We don't know what to do with you." And then you remember, because he was on the VR
Yeah.
2016,
And then he had to go
Moto
do the
2.
whole World Superbike, World Supersport thing. Yeah.
Yep, and then you
they
saw that
demoted him.
he did because he wasn't performing, and then he.
But
put
now
Pecco
look
on
at him, dude. He's taking it to top rack. I mean, that's
Yeah.
That's
They're
a
riding
feat.
at a pretty
That's a
high
feat.
level when you watch.
yeah.
That's some of the most fun racing to watch, honestly.
So what's up, man? What's you have a Harley build you a super bike, dude? Like, what's going on?
Me.
Yeah.
Dude, we're
VR.
building one out of that Super Hooligan bike. We keep going so damn fast. I gotta hang a bunch of weight on it. God.
Is that right?
Yeah. Dude, I
Why
did
why do you think in the hooligans class the Harley is so much faster than everything else? What?
I won the championship last year. Didn't even have a quick shifter. So
That's an
now,
SUV
like,
650 shit
That's
right
a hell of an
there.
answer. That means he's
chicken
basically like,
winging,
look,
dude.
everyone
Chicken
else.
winging it. It was so
Yeah, I
gnarly.
saw you chicken wing it. That's right.
But now we have a quick shifter. The boys spend a bunch of time like cleaning, thinning down the wiring harness and all that shit, and made it a lot lighter. And dude, we're coming with the heat. And now they're like, well, these things are so fast. It's like, well, we're on our third year of developing this thing, so it's getting
Right.
pretty
Yeah.
good now.
Yeah.
So
And the
and
the
now it's
factory
like,
Indians isn't in the class anymore, right?
right.
Yep.
And if Indian was still there, we would all be going this fast anyway.
Right.
But now you got Yamahas and Triumphs trying to catch us, and they're a couple years behind. Like when we
Yeah.
brought that Pan America to the show, we were getting smoked by the Indians. So it just
Yeah.
you
It's the
gotta
ebb and flow of racing, dude. Right?
yeah, you can't just show up and kick ass, man. It's hard. Like,
Yeah.
of course you want to be in that battle, and you've probably raced some of those dudes before,
Yeah.
but I mean, Trey Beatty. Do you guys know Trey Beatty?
Yeah,
Ever heard of
dude.
that crazy
Yeah.
legend? So he did this interview long time ago, and he's like, racing is hard. It'd be like walking down the street and you see a sign that says karate tournament, and you go, you know what? I think I'll go in there and just kick some ass. No, it doesn't
No.
work that way.
Well,
You don't know
only for
you
a
don't know
Jersey
karate,
kid.
bro. Like,
Only for a Jersey kid who moves out to LA.
yeah,
That's
Danielson.
yeah, that's it.
Wow.
He still got his ass kicked though. So
He did.
it's hard, man. You can't just show up and expect to win. Like it takes time, and Saddleman's got a bunch of money. They sell a ton of seats. And so you're competing against a team with a semi truck, and you're showing up in your little van bitching about getting beat. It's like, well, you didn't have a chance when you got here,
Yep.
especially on that 765.
Yeah. I mean, the same goes for every other class. I mean, right? The privateer guys are always like, if I only had that guy's money,
Yeah, it's
and they're
tough,
out of
man.
the pickup truck and a little 20-foot trailer or whatever,
Yeah.
and you're racing against the factory team, basically, right?
Yeah, it's
I mean,
brutal. It's brutal. And then you take a class like Hooligans, where the displacement on these bikes is so
So
crazy, but
all over the
like,
place.
dude, I'm on a 1250. Like, you're on a 765. That's like a whole nother motorcycle difference. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
there's no replacement for displacement. You're gonna have to come with something crazy to beat it, Like,
Let him do it to
supercharger,
Mill Kit. Let him do it to
yeah,
Mill Kit on there.
yeah,
nitrous. Get in there with the nitrous.
I mean, look at what the Arch guys are doing. They came with a damn something I've never even seen before. Like that thing
Yeah,
is crazy. And I know that once they get a little good luck, the thing's gonna be
yeah.
fast, It's
Oh
just yeah.
I saw them. They were out at my event testing on Sunday, and dude, I saw Corey. He looks so gigantical on that thing. With his
Oh, when there's no
elbows.
fairing and stuff,
Yeah,
yeah.
dude.
Where do
He's
you
a
hide it?
huge
You
guy, like
can't.
super tall guy. He's like a
Yeah,
stick figure man that's like giant on, and he just goes around the outside of people, and I was just like, wow, bro, that's just epic. But
Like
the thing
fun to
is
watch.
about those guys, they are, I look at it like this. Harley's been around forever, Yamaha's been around forever, Triumph's been around forever, effectively, KTM, whoever else is, whatever other bikes are on the grid and Hooligans, and they're swimming in the deep end of the pool with the company that's not even 10 years old, dude. Like this idea probably is a year old for them, right? Like they haven't been in the building the race bike business like ever. So,
No, but they got good people supporting their programs. So I
oh
mean,
yeah, 100%,
sky's
100%.
the limit as long as
Yeah,
they can keep doing what they got to do to make whoever happy.
yeah.
which
So
which I
I think
think
it's
is
impressive
cool.
what they've done. I mean, they truthfully, they're out there. They're on the grid. What was the best finish he's had so far in one of those races? Like
Uh,
7?
6th or 7th at Daytona,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think.
Daytona, yeah.
So
yeah,
Yeah.
he was just off the tail end of the lead group. So
yeah.
that's
That's
good,
pretty
man.
impressive for a
Yeah, and the bike,
manufacturer
like I
that's like
said,
brand
like you
new.
just go
Like
look at it.
billet, a
It's
lot of
it's
billet,
just
a lot of billet.
it's just shit you'd never see. And they're like, "Hey, come over, come look at the bike," because they're doing all this filming. They got
Yeah.
all these cameras and stuff, and so they invite me over to go look at it, and I'm just like, I'm in there, I'm down there, like. Well, is there anything you want to know? I'm like, displacement, how much does it weigh? Like,
Yeah. What am I
I want to
going up
know some
against?
details, and
Like
they're all
what
just
the
like
numbers look
not
like on the
saying a
dyno.
yeah, like they're not saying a word, and then I'm like down there looking at the steering head, and then one of the mechanics is like, "Hey, bro, like," he's like, "Hey, I got the invite to come look. I'm gonna be looking. Like, well, what are you looking at?" I'm like, "Well, the first thing I'm gonna protest, obviously." You don't invite your
Wow.
competition down here to look at shit that close.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice suitor swing arm you got there, huh?
No, well,
Yeah.
no, that was cool. I think most of it was because Jeremy McWilliams was in there working on the thing. He's
Yeah.
helping with those boys, and
Yeah.
we protested the Indian for their handlebar height, and it was Jeremy that took the dinger on that one. And so,
He was
Yeah.
like,
yeah, it was,
he's
you got to
got
throw
a.
jabs in there when you can, but like, I
Oh
don't want to
yeah,
start no shit with Jeremy. He's a bad dude.
no.
Yeah, he is.
Well, he's doing a lot of work because he's working with Arch and he's working with Altus. So.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. But he's just a wealth of knowledge. So,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Guy got a podium on a GP bike. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's legit.
Yeah.
Nothing but. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of some of the teams hiring dudes like him or like Chavi Flores to crew chief and stuff?
I think it's a great idea. And I mean, there's nothing better as a rider to have a crew chief that's ridden at a high level, too. I mean,
Okay.
if you've got a guy that knows what it's like to do it, and then all you got to do is figure out how to communicate, and then it's game on. Like last year, my crew chief was Jake Johnson, multi-time flat track Grand National
Yep.
champion.
Dang,
That
I
was
didn't know
just
you had Jake Johnson.
Jersey Jake, man,
That's
from the
awesome.
boot camp. We both
Yeah.
instructed down there. So I was like, hey, man, like, I want to get you in on this program. And luckily, the team hired him, and we already knew that we could talk. And so, yeah, we figured some shit out. And it's just having someone that knows, and you can look at data and they understand it. Like when you say you're chopping throttle here, and you can go back and look at it, and they understand why you're doing it. And,
Why are you
Okay.
coasting?
yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm pulling the clutch in here and really coasting through the corner, picking up a ton of time.
That's how you go fast, right? That's what Bobby Ricky
That's
Bobby,
what
if you
Bobier
wanna
said. That's what Bobier told me.
Oh,
yeah, I see in
We'll
the
spit out
comments
my water.
Curtis Roberts is looking for a job.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's when someone like me and Chavi, like when I raced in Spain in 2003, I was teammates with Chavi.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Shit.
yeah.
Did not know that piece of information.
Yeah, it's pretty
That's
cool, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. Like we've been doing it for so long. There's not a lot that we don't know other than just like learning how to read the data. And now
Like
if you're
how
working on like a
important
super
how
bike,
important
this
is data for you guys in the hooligans class and the baggers class? Like how much
well
of that squiggly lines viewing are you doing?
on the bagger more than you can on the hooligan. You're actually not allowed to have any suspension potentiometers or anything on the hooligan bikes.
Okay.
So we can still look at, we got the little aim lap timer, so you can look at throttle position and just
Okay.
pretty basic stuff. But then
Yeah.
the bagger is like, yeah, we're looking at suspension, we're looking at all kinds of stuff just to figure it out. Figure out
Yeah.
what Mac truck spring we're gonna run next.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
That
like I wonder
23.5 in the back.
like I wonder how
Yeah,
comparable like the bagger data stuff is to like what I see in the superbike stuff where they can the Pirelli stuff that they have on the bikes. I mean, they literally can control the bike like every corner, like everything, like
well, I
every
mean, we're
gear
not.
position, everything. And it's like, they're like,
Yeah,
oh, I need a little more wheelie control right there.
we don't have any of the rider aids on any
Okay.
of those bikes. We're just
Okay.
basically looking at squiggly lines, the suspension
What's
going
the
up and
bike
down,
doing?
throttle trace,
You guys have
brake
TPMS,
pressure, stuff like that.
tire pressure? You guys have that?
On a gauge when you come in.
Oh, you don't have the TPMS on the data?
This is
No.
bagger racing.
Well, no, because it's
bro.
bagger racing, man. You guys are heavy ass bikes on superbike tires, dude. Like,
What? This isn't
Just curious.
a Freightliner, if you're checking your They don't have their logbook.
They have that on superbikes too. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Well, they monitor that stuff, right?
And
'Cause they're
MotoGP
trying to-
they do, but I didn't know they
Well, no,
did
they're
it.
not doing it live, dude. They download the data and it records,
Oh, I gotcha.
you know what I mean? And then the rider has the track map and he's like, hey, I need a little more wheelie control right there. And I want more power everywhere.
Must be nice.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it would be nice if we had more power to give them, but
honestly, like, I wish they could just do away with all that shit because it just hides so much stuff. Like, I think if MotoGP would not go to 850s and they'd go to like 1200s or something, and then put them on tires that had no grip, that's gonna be some fun shit to watch. You're gonna see, like, I don't know, like,
you're gonna see a bunch of ruined equipment and broken bodies.
They're gonna slide them sideways. They're gonna be smoking the tires like when Four Strokes first came on the scene. Like that was like some of the most fun stuff to watch for me, anyway. Like,
Yeah.
I want to see dudes. Those dudes are better riders than anyone in the world. Like, let's see them do shit that no one else can do. Like, light them up, smoke
So
them.
what you're saying is, if there's a job opening, to control the rules of MotoGP, anybody that needs that job, Cory West, we'll put him up for that position.
I mean, I heard Kenny Roberts Jr. talk about that in a podcast, but I can't take credit for it. But I totally agree 100%. And I think, like, I mean, even for like hooligans, shit, like, put us on street tires. I don't give a shit. No tire warmers. Like, let's go out there.
No tire warmers. Okay.
No, let's just go.
You have plenty of time to warm up the tires on the warm-up lap.
Are you telling me you've never gone out on a set of street tires and just like, dude, a track day tire, you can go knee down on like turn 2.
Dude,
like,
I've gone out on a bike fresh out the crate.
Yeah, their tires are so good now. Like, we don't need $400 a set slicks every time we go out. I just think it's
so much
stupid.
more fun.
I don't think so. I would rather have no grip and be sliding them like crazy.
I don't know, dude.
That is way more fun to me.
That would make my crash truck run out of gas for the end of the day.
Well, that's track day. I get it. That's something different.
Not track day, guys. We're talking about real racers.
I'm talking racing. Let's
dude. I mean, I feel you, man. I feel you. Like maybe DOTs again, like just straight up DOTs.
Not GPAs. Those things are junk.
No, we're not talking about those. I'm talking about.
No, you're talking like super sport DOTs, which is
super courses.
That's
the hard ones, like the SC3s.
Okay, there you go.
Right.
Or what are that? The Dunlop
Sport Max or whatever.
The 5.
Q5. Yeah. Street tire, track day tire, something that you can go all day on, like, yeah. Less grip, more tire smoke.
Yes.
Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. T-shirt. Yeah, less grip, more tire smoke.
Yeah,
I gotta send a message. Keep talking. I'm gonna send a message to my shirt guy.
Yes, and it has to be a picture of a mustache.
Oh my god.
That's right. Heard it here
picture
first.
Of a mustache.
Okay, so less grip equals more smoke, right?
More tire smoke.
More tire smoke.
Yep.
Like, so I used to work at Eric Buell's company, and we would do these like press launches for bikes. And I remember we were at Jennings and we were riding on street tires. And every time I've gone to Jennings to test a super bike or super sport or whatever on sticky tires, I hate that place. That place sucks. Because you have all this grip, but the track doesn't have a lot of grip. So you're always just like fighting this crazy pumping, wallowing thing. And then we went there on street bikes, on street tires, and you could just slide it and leave these giant long black marks. And it was like the most fun I'd ever had at Jennings. And I'm like, that's how it should be. We should just ride stuff with less grip. It's way more
Dude, I've got a comment in the chat asking who has more hair on their head, Cory or his kid?
My kid's got me beat, man. 8
this
months
is like
he's killing it.
This is the bald guy, the Bald Guy podcast.
Hey, I don't feel so bad. Yeah, this is
Hey.
we all got good hats.
The
No,
the three bald white dudes. What's up?
Yeah,
well,
killing it.
So I remember seeing you ride the Satellite EBR at Homestead in December of 2012 at that CCS
Oh
race.
wow, yeah.
Because I was there. I was there in Sean Dwyer's pit hanging out with him, and then Jeff was there, Aaron was there, and you were there.
Yeah,
And they had that unlimited race at the end of the day because we had all those red flags all day. Getting that money,
$500, baby. Let's
yeah,
go.
man. Yeah.
What a crazy race. Just a long story short, I just moved up to Wisconsin to start working at the shop. I was literally shipping boxes for them, just doing online part stuff, shipping guy. So the race shop was in the shop that we were all working under the same roof, and one of the race guys comes over and he's like, "Hey man, you want to go to Homestead and help us like test brakes and stuff?" And I was like, "Hell yeah." I had no ride for the next year. I just went up there and got a gig. And then the shipping guy goes down there and beats their factory superbike rider for the $500 shootout. It was
Well,
awesome.
didn't Jeff pull in?
No,
I
they
thought
just
he pulled in.
they shortened the race because the sun was going down.
Oh, I know. It was so dark. But by the time the
Yeah,
podium
and
was
I
there,
was
it was
like-
like dark.
I was just lucky enough that I got there at the sign-in thing before he did, and they put me on the front row on the outside. Or no. He was on the front row on the outside, and I was second row inside or something.
Yeah.
And he just got hung out, and I went up the inside with Santiago Villa and
Yep.
bounced. It was fun.
Yeah, Santi
Yeah.
and Jeff Lampy was in that race, and they took all the silencers off the bikes for that unlimited race.
The old
Dustin.
Henry DeGale loud race.
Yeah, they pull the silencers off. These dudes are safety wiring all kinds of stuff up, and then they go out there.
Because you got paid more
sell
money the louder your bike was. It was
Yep.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
at Homestead,
makes
Miami.
sense.
It was
kinda nuts.
awesome.
Right on. Like I remember, Cory, you were doing you rode that Vesra bike for years, right? Like you
Yeah, I
were doing
was,
the Vesra thing and
Number
endurance.
57.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was Mark Young's number for a while, the Vesra number.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I rode with them 09 in Wira, and then 10, 11, 12 in Daytona Sport Bike.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. And I remember you it was like you were the next kid, the next talented kid. And then I don't know.
And then like Josh Heron and all the and
Yeah,
Tommy
then
Aquino.
exactly. Tommy
all the
Aquino.
Graves Bioride kids started showing up, and I was just like,
Yeah.
who
The
hell are
Graves
these
kids
kids?
phenomenon.
Yeah.
That was crazy, right? Like
Yeah, it
You know,
was
there was-
gnarly. And
I
we
mean,
were all
there-
on Suzuki's, man, and they were not an R6. So it was
No.
you're like dealing
Yeah.
with this little 16-year-old punk ass on some bad to the bone little R6, man. I hated it.
Yeah.
It drove me
Well,
crazy.
because Danny won in 2010 on the Geico bike, and then Martine won the next year on the M4 Hammer bike, and then the R6 Mafia showed up and just started taking
For sure.
all the cred.
Yeah, they did all the way until they stopped selling the thing.
Yep.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Right?
Pretty much.
I mean, the
And I
last
think a bike like
the last
that would
Super
still
Sport
be
number one
competitive.
plate came to us R6, right?
Well, I mean, Skoltz won it last year on R6.
Yeah,
just
like
to show
that's what I said. Yeah, the last Super Sport, championship was won by the R6, the very last one.
For sure.
So
yeah. Wild times. Yeah, that Homestead race was my very first club race. As I got my license that Saturday, and then I drove my truck and trailer down from Charleston, and Mike Godin had prepped my bike, and then
It's a haul.
Yeah.
all the way down to Cuba.
All the way down to Cuba for one race.
I'm being asked to have you bring the super loud motorbike to Laguna for that Highway 68 coalition guy. Like make a bunch of noise in front of that dude's house.
Oh gosh. Yeah, Laguna, that's a track day where you can't be loud. I've definitely
It's
dealt with
weird.
that thing. Like, come out of 5, and then like
Short
under
shift. Short
6,
shift
and
out
then
of 5. Yeah. Short
yeah,
shift out of 5.
yeah. Nothing like
Yeah.
finally getting to go out and ride, and then you're getting black flagged the whole time. Like,
Well,
God,
we do
come
like
on.
103 decibel days, so it's a little bit less easy to get tagged, but you still get tagged. Yoshimura, I have a pretty good relationship with those guys, and they make me all kinds of like inserts and
Little
canisters, and
little
they
bungs.
route the
Yeah,
exhaust away, and it quiets it down quite a bit, but
yeah,
it's still,
yeah.
if you're in a pack, you'll get popped. Like I
Get
have
it.
been popped. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
can you do club races? Do you do any club racing still, or
Sometimes, yeah. I've got a GSXR 750 that I kind of built.
okay?
Nothing. It's pretty stock, but it's got suspension and all that shit on it. So I went and did a race at Hallett and was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go to my local track and race the 750. And I just got my ass kicked by all the leader bikes. It was just like, this is not what I came here for. It was like
Oh man,
trying to have fun and build confidence. I'm getting my ass kicked by dudes I don't even know their names. So just like,
are you wearing like hideaway leathers and hide out in the back
no,
in like a
I'm
random
coming with
van?
all my bling bling mission helmet. Let's go, dog. I'm
yeah,
finishing
yeah,
third. Like,
yeah. um,
no, it's all
does
good.
does baby mama still have her Gixxer 1000?
No, we finally got rid of that thing. Thank goodness.
Oh
Boy,
man,
that thing was gnarly. But
Yeah.
I mean, we've just kind of got the 750 right now. She actually just got an FTR 1200 back from the Saddleman people that she raced in 2022.
yeah.
So now she's got a Hooligan sitting in the garage. So
Woohoo!
I'm trying to get her back to the track, but she's pretty focused on being mom right now. So
Yeah. I
yeah,
saw
it's
her
like
at Road
it's like
America.
track day or buying
Yeah.
this kid a bed. It's
Yeah.
like,
The
he can sleep with
priorities.
us a little longer.
Well, that's what contingency's for, right?
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Gonna have to
Wow.
send it on the old hog. Baby needs a
Yep.
bed.
There you
Yep.
go.
No,
Best
no
job
lack of
ever, right?
motivation. Yeah,
You
no
got the
lack
best
of
job ever.
motivation.
That should be like an emoji on your pit board. Just the baby bed. Like, I gotta get that bed.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's what I need to know right now. Baby bed.
We're like, are we
Yeah.
writing your podium speeches now? You're gonna be like, oh yeah, like this one goes out to.
Well, we got my cool down ceremony going. We got the pit board thing
Yeah.
going. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
There we go. There we go.
Where have you
So
guys been all my life?
I know,
your
right?
next round's in Washington, right?
Yep.
So we're just gonna start wrapping this thing up, by the way, because we're running a
Yeah.
little long. But
Yeah.
your next round's in Washington. So what's your master plan, game plan? You got some new A game O's in that thing, or what do you got going on?
Well, I've been carrying this baby around, every day. That's my extra 25 pounds. I'm getting used to it.
Okay.
And yeah, Harleys we're still gonna kick ass.
Okay.
Just depends on which Harley's gonna be at the front. So I gotta work on it to beat old Jake the Snake right now. But I think there's still some fight in the old dog. I think I can pull one off here or
Yeah.
All
there.
right.
So
Oh
I
yeah.
got some catching up to do. DNF at Road Atlanta definitely kind of killed the old point situation. So
Right.
but I like the Ridge. Kind of had some bad luck there last year, but as long as it doesn't rain, we won't even go down that memory. And then
Dude,
just
it's a
try to,
MotoAmerica. Please no more rain, man. I hate soggy
yeah,
shoes.
dude. And I'm just like, yeah, we went like every race we did was rain last year. It seemed like, except for Laguna.
Yeah.
But
We've had rain at every round this year.
yeah, for
At some
sure.
point. We
And
had rain on
God,
Friday at Road America, right? So
yeah. Had to go out there and get that bagger dirty.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's all good.
Oh
I'm stoked for the Ridge too because it's Hooligans only, and we can really just focus on one bike.
Focus on the
It's always
Hooligans.
yeah.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a place on that track that you like the most? Like, like when you come around do you like that sweeper? Do you like that weird blind rise with 2-3 complex area? Like
I think like once you get,
Lombard Street?
I like the downhill drop right thing. And
Okay.
once you get out of that and you do the fast uphill right, and then you get into the
Yeah.
tighter section, like
Yeah.
I really like the way that whole like last 2/3 of the track. I mean, the whole track's fun. The turn 1, 2, 3, blah blah blah. That little thing at the top of the hill is kind of cheesy, and then the last that waterfall turn is like,
Yeah, I call that Lombard Street. It's exactly
like,
like
what?
Lombard Street in San Francisco, except without all the planter boxes and houses.
It's just like, I don't know. It's kind of cool, but it's not really fun to race on. It's
No.
slow. It's so
yeah,
slow.
it's
Try to
super slow.
outbrake somebody.
And do it on a Harley, man. You're like chattering down the whole hill. It's gnarly, but it's better this year for sure.
Oh my god.
So yeah, it's just
That's
hooligans,
awesome.
man. They're in a position you're not supposed to be in anyway. So it's just it's
And
hard to get a
I'll
lot of
give
weight on the front, you know.
the last question will go to Buy a Jet from Steve Main.
Oh yeah,
Our man.
He's given dad bod questions. He's like, does being a dad change your perspective on racing, or no change at all, business as usual?
Or are you faster, as Colin Edwards would say?
I mean, you know,
man, it's tough. Like, it's tough. I'm not getting to like go at it like I did last year with my training and stuff because the kid wasn't here yet. You know, it's like mama's pregnant. She's gonna be chilling on the couch. Okay, I'm gonna go do my thing for a couple hours. Now it's like, yeah, her parents have both passed away, unfortunately, and not recently, but before we were together. And then like my parents really aren't super close in the picture, so we don't really have anybody to help with the kiddos. So it's being a dad's a full-time gig, man. And then like I gotta be this loving, nurturing person to this brand new human, and then I gotta put him down and go rip everyone's head off and shit down their neck in a race. You know, it's like you gotta like, yeah, it's tough, man. But I got to put food on the table and I got to provide for my family. So there's enough motivation there to get out there and kick some ass. So yeah.
There you go, dude.
But I'm 40, so I don't know how many more
Dude,
years I
you're
want to
40.
do. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like you were the kid. Like I've been
Not anymore, dude. I'm with gray hair. I'm getting after it. Don't even have hair up here. I grow it here.
I'm like,
now.
what? Corey's 40? Like, holy crap.
Yeah, just
Man.
experience. Just experience. I got a lot of time in the saddle.
Seasoned.
Yeah.
Seasoned, yeah, seasoned.
Well seasoned.
But that's
Seasoned
what's crazy
veteran.
about the sport, man. Like you just you start thinking you're done, and then you get back out there and you still haul ass. So it's like as long as you can stay healthy.
Josh
Hayes, look at Jeremy McWilliams, look at anybody, all those dudes. Like, I think I saw a video of Max Biaggi came down to Buttonwillow and was riding a street bike, and I'm sure
dude,
no one was passing that guy that day.
No,
dude, I tell you what, man, this is really funny. Like, I had a phone call from a dude from MotoAmerica today, and he was like, "Hey, man, Wayne called me because he says that you have a track day at Laguna," and he's like, "I guess Max wants to ride Laguna." So I was like, "Yeah, dude. Like, I've already been in touch with Max.
Come on with it."
I've already been in touch with Max though.
You're behind. You're behind.
This Italian buddy of his like gets him dialed in with us, and I think he'll ride Buttonwillow with us, and then he rides Laguna after. And that dude's so fun. Like I'll get him to do campy little like weekend hangover promo.
Yeah, he did one for us. It was awesome. And he got Marco Melandri to do one too.
Marco Melandri did one too. It's really funny.
Yeah.
I think didn't I get Tony Elias to do one too?
No, not yet.
I might have.
Oh, you did. Yeah.
I think I did. I did. Yeah.
Good.
But yeah, I mean, if you keep your skills sharp, you can still go out there and do it. I mean, I've ridden track days with dudes like Scott Russell, you know, and he still gets on the bike and he flies.
Hey,
Pridmore too, man. Like Pridmore is a demon.
Oh yeah, Pridmore. I rode on the back with Pridmore, dude. It was.
Oh yeah.
I was not ready for that. That was gnarly.
Yeah, I know that guy. Every now and then he'll throw down at Chuckwalla and shocks the shit out of a bunch of the clubbies. You know, like what? No way.
Yeah. It was
gnarly.
Like that
Yeah.
dude still has it.
level.
He's
Oh, for
like
sure.
70, right? Like,
There's a few of them out there.
yeah, dude. Yeah, Josh Hayes too, man. That dude's like
Dude, that's
50.
what I mean.
Like
That's
he's
what I
like a
mean.
year older than me, maybe. So yeah,
Yep.
crazy. Well, Bob, you wanna wrap this thing or what, dude?
Yeah, man. Cory, thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate it. Guys, check out Texas Tornado Boot Camp, and you can go see Cory over there and get some training on some TTRs, man, and shoot some guns and drink some beers and tell some stories. So make sure you follow his Instagram. Yeah, and good luck at the Ridge in 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on. This is always fun to do stuff like this, a little more relaxed and just talking smack, talking about racing. It's
Talking
fun.
smack and about racing is what we do, Bunny.
Yeah. Yep.
Good
Awesome.
I mean,
times.
All right.
there's nothing better than what you do for a living. So
Yep. Exactly.
if you like this show, if you like what you're watching, make sure you mash all the buttons and like and
Mash 'em,
subscribe,
mash 'em, mash 'em.
share, and all that stuff. Comment after as well. If you don't like what he said or you love what he said, make sure in the comments you tell us. Right.
Yep. And
Tells you're a square bear.
all of that. Yep.
Faux show.
Good times.
All
Right
right.
on, fellas.
All right, guys.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll catch you guys on the next one.